let people influence my thoughts when it came to you. I allowed other people to tell me how you should act, how you should speak, how you should think, how you should dress, down to the very friends that you chose.
Black girl. My melanin is popping, and that's where to your mother out there in the world. A girl like me, there is no other, and you should feel the same way.
Happy New Year! See if y'all can see what this says. Best year yet. Speaking it into existence for me and for you. But it's your girl, Tameka S Green, back with another video. It is January 1st, the first day of this wonderful year that we're about to embark on. And I just felt like it was necessary to come in and just set the tone for the year. A nice charge to my queens and my kings, because it has been a minute since I've uploaded anything. So yes, this year I am super excited. This year it is all about me, and I mean that in the most non-selfish way. I don't know. I mean, I feel like just thinking back on the decade that I really did not spend a lot of time getting to know myself. And I'm making up for lost times. Like, I'm not doing that anymore. Like, I definitely have to make myself a priority. I owe myself an apology. So I'm apologizing to you, Tameka, because I didn't put you first. I let people influence my thoughts when it came to you. I allowed other people to tell me how you should act, how you should speak, how you should think, how you should dress, down to the very friends that you chose. I feel like I did not put my foot down and protect you the way you needed to be protected. And so just looking back from 2010 to 2019, I don't want to make those mistakes again. I've seen where you are evolving. You're changing. The way that you speak is different. The way that you carry yourself is different. I notice. If no one else notices, I do. And that is very big. So in 2020 and beyond, you come first. It's all about you and what God is getting ready to do in your life. And if no one else sees it, it is okay, because you're not living for them. You're living for you. I have driven myself till I was on E, trying to please people. I have caused myself to function in my lowest, how do I say it, setting, because I was so focused on being accepted by other people. And I'm glad that I'm at a place now where that stuff isn't important to me. I'm important to me. What God is trying to do in my life is important to me. Choose you. If no one else chooses you, it's fine, because everyone else doesn't matter. You have to deal with your thoughts. You have to deal with the choices that you've made the day before, the morning of. It all boils down back to you. So it doesn't make sense to please other people. It makes sense to make sure that you are completely satisfied with you. Society has a way of making it seem like we should not choose us. There's so many women, there's so many men who are just cruising through life, don't know what direction they're going to, don't know their purpose, don't know why they're living or who they're living for. And I must say that it all starts with you. It all starts with you. If you are unhappy while trying to please other people, then you lost. And you don't want to lose, especially when it comes to you. You don't want to lose yourself for the sake of other people. You don't want to lose yourself trying to please people. That equation just doesn't solve anything. Someone asked me a question and it really did something to me because I never sat and thought about it, yet I was able to answer. When did I realize that I chose me? And I realized I chose me when I didn't trip over things that I couldn't change. If it was out of my control, it was just out of my control. I wasn't gonna bend over backwards to try to fix this and run here and do that. I'm just simply not doing it. I know what I can take and I know what I can't. Back to the cup. When I feel like it's, I'm running low, I kind of back off. And it's for me, but it's also for those around me because I do want to be someone that motivates people. I do want to be, somewhat of an influencer. And again, I can't do that if I'm not okay. Choose you in 2020, and I promise you will not regret it. We're all in this journey together. We're all here trying to impact others. We're here trying to do something big, and whatever your big thing is, I promise when you put you first, when you put your dreams or your aspirations before anything else, you will see it begin to manifest in your life. That I'm fearfully and wonderfully made, and not just that, but I'm made by God. So it doesn't matter how you view me, it doesn't matter how the world views me, but because I was made in the image of God, that's enough for me. I'm good. But there is one that I love, and it's on the first page of my journal, and it just says, I acknowledge my own self-worth. And that alone stood out to me because it's cool if other people acknowledge it, but if you don't, then it doesn't really matter. So I acknowledge my own self-worth. My self-confidence is rising. I am worthy of all the good things that happen in my life. I am confident with my life plan and the way things are going. I deserve the love I am given. I let go of the negative feelings about myself and accept all that is good. So that is my number one affirmation because it just ties everything together. No longer will I think about, the old Tameka or the things of the past or the things that people tried to tie me to or box me in a corner. I have evolved so much, and I think what's important is that I've noticed. And because of that, I have no plans or intentions on looking back. I'm just kind of it's tunnel vision. I know I'm close to where God wants me to be. And although I'm not there yet, I still need to put in the work and just prepare just to, be in position. So when it is time, God can do his thing. Just taking time to myself. I don't have to do anything, but taking the time out to myself and just kind of getting my thoughts together, making sense of certain things, that helps me to regroup. And we all need to regroup and kind of fuel back up every now and again. So that's just my favorite thing to do, is just have quiet time where I'm not saying anything, I'm not watching anything, there's no phone, just me, my thoughts, and God, and putting things into perspective. And that helps me to feel a lot better. If I'm having a conversation and the first little of it being negative, I automatically exit. I have no issues doing that. I excuse myself from negative situations all the time. So I will not go through a negative conversation. I just won't do it. If it's getting to a point where I'm uncomfortable or I can just see where it's going and I want no parts in it, I will let you know. But the big thing about it is that I will let you know, but in the most respectful way possible. That's just one thing I pride myself on. Like, I don't like the whole rah-rah and yelling and going back and forth. I don't like that. I don't like confrontation, but I'm also not going to put myself in a negative situation, especially if I can help it. And I know it's life, I know it happens. But yeah, I don't deal with that, especially in 2020 and moving forward. Like, I'm definitely not going to engage in anything toxic. Like, I'm literally coming from that space and I've grown from it, and I will not by any means necessary return there. Just no. So but let's say hypothetically, if I was in a negative conversation, how do I get myself back into a good space? So most recently I've said, if it's a situation that I cannot change, if I can't somehow turn this situation around and make it into an ideal situation, or the outcome be something that I would prefer, I don't bother with it. If I can't change it, I don't think about it. I don't stress about it. I just let it be, and let God do his work. Because if it was something I could handle, obviously I would have it my way and it wouldn't be negative. But therefore, it's not in my, power to change that. But what I can do is to change what I'm a part of. So if it turns into something like that, I'm out. Like, I'm a head out. That's definitely one thing that I am very strong-willed about. I'm not going to be a part of a negative I just cannot. I can't. I've done it for so long, not realizing how toxic it was. You grow up kind of thinking certain things are normal, so you just go through it. You go through the motions. And now that I know better, I do better. You ain't about to have me. And no, I'm just not. No, there's just so many things to worry about, so many things to look forward to. Just, God is too good to be a part of something like that. So you can miss me. I'm out. My answer is easily no. I don't regret anything, because anything that I've been through has been a lesson I've learned. It's not about what others have done to me. It's not about what I have done to others, but it's your takeaway. So in my experiences, I've learned where I could have been a better friend to some. I could have approached certain situations better. You learn and you grow, and if you are faced with that kind of situation again, then you know how, you act accordingly. If I didn't go through something like that, then I wouldn't have learned that, and I wouldn't have learned to master it. So because I've gone through different situations, different friendships, even relationships, I'm very big on making sure that I did all that I could do, because there was a time that I didn't. And there was also a time that you couldn't tell me anything. Like, if I thought something, if I made up my mind about something, then that's just it. Now I'm a bit more understanding. I can put myself in other people's shoes. I can tell myself, like, Tameka, you could have done more, or that was wrong. You shouldn't have said that. That was the wrong time. You learn. So I don't regret anything that I've been through, because without those situations, I wouldn't be the woman that I am evolving into. So no, just do it. It doesn't matter who's with you. It doesn't matter who agrees. The vision that God gave to me will not make sense to anyone else, because it's mine. So I don't need to seek validation. I don't need to seek acceptance from anyone else. I'm just going to do. As long as I know that I'm being obedient, as long as I know that I have thought about it, made sense of the situation, and I'm not just acting off impulse, I'm fine. Just do it. That is it. Like, don't think about anything else, anyone else. Just do it, because you're going to be fine and you're going to succeed and you're going to keep climbing up that ladder of success, girl. Like, nothing is going to stop you. Nothing. Talk to somebody. Talk to someone. Do not keep those thoughts. Do not keep those emotions bottled up. It is a very dangerous thing. Talk it out. Write it out. But I do think definitely seek help. There's things that we can do, like, our self-care regimen and just like little things that we can do at home, which is great and it's fine. But there are a lot of things that we can't do on our own. So definitely talking it over with a professional who can help with coping mechanisms, like healthy coping mechanisms, just different exercises, things that we would not typically just think about on our own. We can definitely get from counseling and, group therapy or whatever it is that you need. But it's definitely important to talk. Don't stay silent. Don't sit on those emotions. Don't suppress them. Continue to choose me, basically. Like, I have a whole year ahead of me now where it's my mission, like starting 2020, January 1st, 2020, that every day this year, I will choose me in some capacity. It's necessary to be selfish at some point in your life, and I do believe that I'm at that season. So if it is anything that is going to make me upset, uncomfortable, any negative vibes, things that is going to remind me of just negative emotions that I dealt with in my past, things that I feel like is pulling me back, I'm going to definitely continue to choose me in this year. So those were the questions that I felt were just fit the theme of this video. I hope that in some way it's helped you. I hope that this year will be your best year yet. Please stay tuned to more content from the Queen's Corner. I have so much in store. I also have a video on the seminar that we did November 30th that should be out in a few weeks. And thank you guys for tuning in. You are awesome. Don't forget to like, subscribe, share, comment. I would love to hear feedback. I would love to hear from you guys. And if you have any topics, anything you want to be discussed, please let me know. You can find me on Instagram, Facebook. I will add those in the description box below. And if you want to email topics, you can email thequeenscornerinc@gmail.com, and I'll be more than happy to speak on those topics. But again, Happy New Year. I hope this is your best year yet, and stay tuned for more content. Love you.
Black girl.